Dímelo, let's get into it, baby.
Ah yeah, it's time to travel and bang, baby.
This is Travel Bang. I am Marky Bravo the Mulatto. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games here to talk about the dark arts of seduction and the nuance of game. I'm glad you came. This one's going to be more gravitas. It's a very serious subject. At least it is to me. It's very close and near and dear to my heart. Gentlemen, most dating coaches won't want to talk about this subject, okay? There's many different subjects that are being talked about. Hypergamy, you know what I mean? From romantic intimacy subjects, so many different, but this one is the reason why there's 65, almost 70% divorce rate in the United States, okay? This is very serious. And if you don't master this, whether you're a young buck, or whether you're a guy who's 35, 40 or older, a lot of men don't really ever master this. And this is so near and dear to my heart because several years of my life were wasted because of this. I feel they were wasted because if I just had somebody tell me what I'm about to tell you, it saved me so much time, energy, and drama, okay? So I'm gonna get to the part that I'm going to divulge something, a page or several pages of the diary out of my life so you can see how this has affected me and how it could affect you. What am I talking about? Let me get to the point, okay? To decipher the type of woman to invest in, okay? Let's put all jokes aside. Most men play this role that, oh, I'm just doing my thing, you know what I mean? I don't take women I date serious anyway. That's bull, okay? The reality is this. When you're dating, okay, and you're getting to know a woman, and if a man usually has romantic intimacy exchanges with a woman through a longer duration than a month, maybe 2 months, he starts becoming emotionally attached. I don't know why the majority of men who watch this, a lot of them, they lie. They lie. They say that, oh, no, not me, oh, yeah, I don't get emotionally attached. That's not. Actually, the reality is, the analytical research shows that more men get emotionally attached, right, in the dating process than actually the women. It's flip-flopped. Back in the day, you know what I mean? It was the men that were gravitas. It was the men that weren't the ones that really invested emotionally, right? It wasn't. That's why you hear all this talk all of a sudden in this era about simps. Where did this come from? Most people don't even know where the word simp comes from. This is an urban slang word, okay? The word pimp, well, you take the word sucker, the S from sucker, you get rid of the P and you put it on imp, you got simp. It's the opposite of what a pimp is. It's a simp. This was jargon slang amongst urban street pimps back in the 70s, okay? But most men don't know that. They're using these words, just like cuck, the word cuck. They're using it out of context. This is also a slang, colloquial word. Comes from the cuckoo bird, okay? The cuckoo bird would literally lay an egg in another bird's nest. And literally the other bird does all the work and basically hatches the egg. You know what I mean? Basically raising, in effect, if you will, not literally, but basically raising another bird's offspring. Okay? Cuckoo bird. Okay? Cuck. I know it doesn't sound like it's related, but it is. Trust me. It's just the pronunciations. I don't know. It just the pronunciations are different, but that's where it comes from. The cuckoo bird. Okay? So it turned into cuck, kook, cuck. People using this out of context. You know what I mean? Oh, he's a cuck. You know, no, you don't know what you're talking about, gentlemen. Okay? So let's get back to the subject. Gentlemen, there's an inability to know the difference between a woman that you can invest in and then the other woman who's just a fun girl. I really want to focus on this subject. I brought it up in the last video, but this is dedicated to that. This is how it affected me, and this is how it affects you. I'm going to let you into some personal business. When I was very young, I joined the U.S. Army. This was about 1998. And then flash forward into the year 2000, okay? I dumped this one woman named Alina Sharif. She was half Libyan and half German. She was from a real proper higher educated family. I messed this up. I totally just bombed this out with her. You know what I mean? That was probably the woman I should have gotten married to, but I didn't. I ended up messing up with that. Ended up marrying some other chick. I'm stationed in Germany at the time. A woman who was biracial like me. She's mixed, but she was the party girl. She was the party girl. She liked to get drunk, drink too much. She liked to party. Okay, you know what that means, right? She's loose. I ended up, because I was young in the Army, my early 20s, didn't know any better. I thought, oh, we share lots of, intimacy. This got to be great. Triple X, baby. It was triple X intimacy. But the reality was, this was not the woman you were supposed to marry. She was fun to be around when you're partying with her and having triple X intimacy exchanges, right? But she wasn't the girl you're supposed to marry. And I married her. I legally binded myself to this person because I couldn't tell the difference. Okay? And meanwhile, I'm leaving something out on this. Oh yeah, Mark was off the chain. I'm leaving something out of the story. Between the woman Alina, the doctor's daughter, the girl's half Libyan and German, from a real, prestigious family, I started messing with this adult film actress. Yeah. Dominican film actress in Germany. It's just adult film actress. I'm trying not to use the word PORN, actress. Started messing with this adult film actress. And then from there, I jumped to this other girl, the party girl. And I don't know what happened in my brain, malfunctioned. But my main point is this. I spent the next couple of years in hell. It was Jerry Springer drama. Look, guaranteed, you know what I mean? The triple X intimacy we have was fun, but it wasn't worth the drama. It wasn't worth it. She was low-hanging fruit. Yeah, she was a low-class human being. God, get drunk during the day, wouldn't, we're married. She didn't clean, she didn't do anything. She didn't do anything, nothing. She didn't even want to work. And mind you, I was an enlisted soldier. Enlisted. Barely made any money. I put myself in that predicament. It was my fault. I take full responsibility for inviting this person into my life. Okay? She was abusive. You ever heard about men abuse women? Yeah, it was flipped. I was in the other situation. You ever had a beer bottle or beer can thrown at your head? Have you ever had a cell phone thrown at your skull? Really hard, like a baseball. Throwing a baseball. You understand? Have you had dishes, like in the movie they make fun of this shit? Throw dishes at you? Dishes thrown at you in the kitchen. Have you ever had those experiences? Put in a situation where I wasn't even the aggressor. I wasn't that guy. And within the military, I literally, you know what I mean? Because I was the man, I was guilty. As I didn't do anything. It was her. But the neighbors, they called the cops. I got in trouble for it. You understand? Meanwhile, there was episodes where she was sleeping around all around town. I remember, just to let you know how messed up it was. One time, I was cool. I was cool with one of her close friends, Claudia. Okay, we don't think nothing. This is actually a real friendship I had between her and her best friend. And I wasn't playing no games. It wasn't nothing like that. I was cool with her. So me and Claudia, I got off of work. I met Claudia up at the bistro. Okay, it was Nachtleben. That's German for nightlife. We're waiting for at that time, she was my wife, waiting for her. We were planned all to meet, blah, blah, blah. I think Claudia was trying to bring her boyfriend too, but he didn't show up. Me and her, Claudia, were sitting the whole time. Where's my wife? She shows up an hour late. Hair all messed up. You know what happened. She got tossed up somewhere. Gentlemen, she got tossed up somewhere. In the story she told me and Claudia, it was the wackest lie version of fiction that you'd ever hear. This was me at 22 years old. This is the type of crap I invited in my life. How does this relate to you? Fast forward, we're in 2022. Some people see this, it'll be 2023 or 2024. How does it relate to you, gentlemen? You think this can't happen to you, these type of situations, but it can. And what I want to tell all gentlemen that watch this, to be very cognizant of the women you become romantically intimate with. Be very cognizant. You got to know the difference between the woman who's just the fun girl. She's the woman you have fun with once in a blue moon on the weekend. But once you start getting oochie coochie, la la la, start snuggling, she starts, sharing her emotions with you, and you start thinking, oh yeah, but I understand people think she's low hanging fruit. She's a loose girl, but she's a good person. Yeah, you think that in the moment. So what I'm saying is, everybody seeks redemption. Everybody deserves another chance at life, right? I'm not saying that a certain type of woman can't become a grade A 5-star relationship partner. There are the anomalies that happen, but the majority of them do not. The majority of women who are train wrecks, honestly, will come into your life and turn your life into a train wreck. So gentlemen, this video is dedicated for you to understand the difference between a girl you can invest into. She's not going to play games. You can feel it. She's sincere. She responds to your text messages within a decent amount of time. She's not playing games. She's serious with you. You never get that feeling like she's out there running the streets. You ever heard that term? She belongs to the streets. You never get that feeling with that. The woman you can invest into, the one who comes from a healthy, stable family. Usually, those are the women that you can invest into. And usually, I'm gonna be honest, they're not the beauty queens. These are not the women who look like porno stars, okay? They look like Giselle Bündchen. No offense to her. I love you, Giselle. But you understand? Those are the women you can invest into. The ones who got hobbies, have high standards, they're usually highly educated, they're go-getter girls. They're making it happen. They can't lean on their looks because they weren't born with mainstream beauty. Those are the women usually, I know, and this is the guys that are like, oh, I don't want to hear this. Those are the girls, though, you can invest in for long-term relationships, whether you're monogamous, polyamorous, whatever. Long-term relationships, you can invest in them. But you can't invest in the other girl, the fun girl. She's just a fun girl. I made this mistake several times in my life, and I regretted it. Okay? And I'll admit, the other time it happened, 20 years later, I learned my lesson again. When I was stationed in Kuwait. I wasn't in the army anymore. I was a defense contractor. And that's another, I'm going to say that for another video. Gentlemen, be very cognizant who you invite in your life. They have to earn. Remember, when you step to the situation, I'll leave you with this. You don't think, oh, I hope she likes me. The situation needs to be, I hope I like her. She has to earn your attention. You're the prize. Love thyself. Don't ever forget that, gentlemen. So many times I've forgotten that and I got lost. And I wish during those times that we had YouTube, we had Rumble, we had different ways to see guys like me, to remind, just to put that. So if you're watching this and you're dating someone and you're feeling like, whoa, you get an intuition going like a red flag, more red flags flying than a Chinese Communist parade, you're probably with the wrong woman. She's probably a fun girl for the weekend, but she's not the girl that you marry and bring home to mom and dad. She's not. You're gonna know, you know who's the one that's right to invest in. You know it, and the one is not. The one who's not is not gonna play manipulative head games and is out there. She belongs to the streets, running the streets, okay? Running the streets. Got multiple WhatsApp accounts because she's talking to all sorts of different people. I got stories for you next time. This has been Travel and Bang. Till next time. Holla. Asombroso.